All right, thank you so much, Shilpa ma'am. Thank you so much, Mr. Shimada. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for being so cooperative. I would request the media team to please settle down. आपको और pictures खींचने मिल जाएंगे, don't you worry. And I would now request Mr. Shimada to please provide details on what exactly is Yakult Light. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mr. Shimada.
So thank you, Shilpa-san. To make our presence more robust, we are very happy to introduce Yakult Light today. Each bottle of Yakult Light and Yakult contains more than 6.5 billion beneficial bacteria, Lactobacillus casei strain Shirota, Yakult unique probiotics bacteria, in short, LCS. LCS in Yakult Light and Yakult has been scientifically proven to help improve digestion and to help build immunity. For health-conscious people of all ages above 1 year old. And with its reduced sugar and calories and vitamin D and E added, I really hope this new product will contribute to the health and happiness of people in India. Now I'm happy to share TV commercial with Yakult Light. Thank you so much for your kind attention. बहुत धन्यवाद.
Imagine आपका 70% खजाना किसी एक कमरे में रखा है, तो आप उस कमरे का सबसे ज्यादा ख्याल रखोगे ना? फिर अपनी इंटेस्टाइन का क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि 70% इम्यूनिटी आपकी इंटेस्टाइन में है. पता नहीं था ना? Give Yakult to everyone, every day. क्योंकि याकुल्ट बुरे बैक्टीरिया घटा के और अच्छे बैक्टीरिया बढ़ा के इंटेस्टाइन को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाता है. सो फॉर बेटर इम्यूनिटी, लव योर इंटेस्टाइन विद याकुल्ट.
Now Yakult Light with reduced sugar, available in India.
इमेजिन आपका 70% खजाना किसी एक कमरे में रखा है, तो आप उस कमरे का सबसे ज्यादा ख्याल रखोगे ना? फिर अपनी इंटेस्टाइन का क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि 70% इम्यूनिटी आपकी इंटेस्टाइन में है. पता नहीं था ना? गिव याकुल्ट टू एवरीवन, एवरी डे. क्योंकि याकुल्ट बुरे बैक्टीरिया घटा के और अच्छे बैक्टीरिया बढ़ा के इंटेस्टाइन को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाता है. सो फॉर बेटर इम्यूनिटी, लव योर इंटेस्टाइन विद याकुल्ट.
Now Yakult Light with reduced sugar, available in India.
तो आज के लिए डन. तो आज के लिए डन. हेल्थ एक्सपर्ट?
नो, 70% अब भी बाकी है.
70%?
क्यों? इंटेस्टाइन को स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं बनाना?
इंटेस्टाइन में कौन इंटरेस्टेड है?
सबको होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारी 70% इम्यूनिटी इंटेस्टाइन में ही है. याकुल्ट बुरे बैक्टीरिया घटा के और अच्छे बैक्टीरिया बढ़ा के इंटेस्टाइन को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाता है.
याकुल्ट आसन, यम्मी आसन.
फॉर बेटर इम्यूनिटी.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was our TVC. Thank you so much, Mr. Shimada, for detailing out Yakult Light to media so well. Once again, thanking you. Friends, as I mentioned earlier, we have Dr. Neeja Hajela from Yakult Danone with us today. She's a doctorate and is a well-known microbiologist who has expertise in the probiotic space. May I now request Dr. Hajela to detail out the science behind probiotics and Yakult Light. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand to Dr. Hajela, please.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. It's a real pleasure to be here today. And like our Managing Director, Mr. Minoru Shimada and Mrs. Shilpa Shetty Kundra, we've just unveiled Yakult Light. So Yakult Light is a low sugar version of the original probiotic Yakult. It contains vitamin D, which helps in absorption of calcium, and vitamin E, which is a powerful antioxidant. It delays the process of aging. So we've heard about probiotics. What are really probiotics and why are they so important for us? The concept of probiotics is based on a healthy intestine for a long disease-free life. आपने देखा ही होगा, in ancient times, we used to use enemas for removing the toxins and waste product from the intestine and keeping it clean and healthy. Our grandmothers used to say, सारी बीमारियां पेट से शुरू होती है. But what she really meant was not the pet, not the stomach, but the intestine. So the intestine contains 70%. 70% is a huge number. 70% of the entire body's immunity is found in the intestine. And therefore, it is the largest immune organ. So the intestine also decides whether you will fall sick or whether you will not. And another very interesting fact is the intestine has 100 trillion bacteria. 100 trillion. And if you were to weigh them, they are 2 kilograms in weight. And these bacteria are absolutely essential for digestion of food and absorption of nutrients, and also for building your immunity. So probiotics. Probiotics means for life. These increase the beneficial bacteria and decrease the harmful bacteria. And by doing that, they improve digestion, they help in better absorption of nutrients. They also reduce the risk of digestive disorders like constipation, diarrhea, and irritable bowel syndrome. Probiotics are also very important to build your immunity. And therefore, several studies have suggested that they can reduce the risk of common cold, cough, and allergies. Now, coming care cost was very, very high. So functional foods came into being, which give you nutrition as well as a health benefit. And there in Japan, you have more than thousands of functional foods used for preventing, for improving digestive disorders, for reducing blood sugar, cholesterol. And Japanese consume it as a part of their daily diet. And probably that's why they have the highest life expectancy in the world. Now, this strain of bacteria is backed by more than 80 years of scientific research, and there are more than 100 human trials which have been done on this Lactobacillus casei shirota in Japan, Europe, Australia, community-based studies on children in the age group of 1 to 5 years, 4,000 children. It was a very difficult study, but what the study showed that was consumption of Yakult for 12 weeks reduced the incidence of diarrhea by 14%. And that's significant for a country like India, where 3 lakh children in this age group are dying because of diarrhea. Yakult's bacteria also has the ability to increase the activity of natural killer cells. Now, these are a part of your immune cells which protect you from viruses and cancer. And therefore, we have several studies and investigations which suggest that Yakult's bacteria could reduce the risk of breast cancer, bladder cancer, and colorectal cancer. This product has received Safety Standards Authority of India, the GRAS certificate from the US FDA, and FOSHU label from the Consumer Affairs Agency in Japan. And this is only given to those products which are scientifically validated for their safety and health benefits. So in a country like India, why do we need probiotics? We all know that the health barometer shows that 7 of every 10 Indians has a lifestyle disorder. We all want to say it's poor nutrition, hectic lifestyle, stress, pollution, but a large part of this is also linked to poor intestinal health. So therefore, probiotics are not medicines. They are foods which you consume as a part of your daily diet to keep your digestive system strong and your immunity in tune. So like the age-old quote by Hippocrates, who said, our liver, our lungs, our kidney, the intestine is also called the forgotten organ, but it plays a very important role in deciding your risk of disease. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hajela, for enlightening us about probiotics and Yakult Light. Friends, now is the moment. May I now request the Bollywood celebrity and the fitness icon, Mrs. Shilpa Shetty Kundra, to please detail out her love for Yakult and her conviction about probiotics. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Shilpa Shetty Kundra.
A very good afternoon to everyone present, all the members on the dais, Mr. Shimada-san, Dr. Hajela, Amitabh. It's an absolute pleasure to be associated with a product like Yakult, where fortunately, as an endorser, I don't need to do too much talking. I just play a catalyst in a product that actually does all the talking that it needs to and improves your health. Belonging to or trying to be a catalyst in the health and wellness scenario, I really have come to believe that health has to be, of paramount importance. Unfortunately, in this time and age, everything else seems to take precedence. So when Yakult approached me, I'm a little finicky about the brands I do, and I get into a lot of nitty-gritties and due diligence, and they were more than happy to, comply, and they said, it's a great product. I had already heard of the product. I had been using it as well, but it wasn't that readily available, I felt, in this country. But now they've really upped their sales, and I'm happy that, it's reaching every nook and corner, and people have become aware. But when I started out with Yakult, so my journey began with going to the factory and seeing how they made it. And without any bias, I have to say, not because I'm endorsing this product, and I would say it even if I wasn't endorsing this product, that the amount of love and precision and attention to detail that Yakult gives to every piece that gets out of that factory, it's really unbelievable. I feel happy that there is a product like this. I wondered, it's such a small bottle, how much can it really do? And then they literally showed me that there are random checks in that facility where they take out a bottle, and there are scientists and doctors who actually check whether there's enough strain in that bottle, and there has to be a minimum. There is more, but the minimum number is 6.5 billion. It's unbelievable. Lactobacillus casei strain, Shirota. They're very, very particular about every word, as you can see, just like the product is. So I was really amazed. I also I had the privilege of seeing the researches that have been carried out, and there was one such incident where this child was literally suffering from a very bad intestinal disorder, where the doctors, and this was years ago, and this was in the UK, and it stayed with me, where the doctors had to cut off a major portion of that child's intestine, and they started giving him Yakult, and he actually got better. So from literally deteriorating health to actually getting to better health is something that I value. For me, if a product can do that, and that's what Yakult does, can actually improve your intestinal health. Unfortunately, and it's been repeated, we don't give attention to our gut. We get worried about cholesterol, about cardiac diseases, we have liver problems, but nobody ever talks about gut health. What are you really doing to improve your gut health? It's just one simple step, and it's readily available in our country. And I urge especially the women, because you are the ones who are the homemakers. You are the ones going and shopping for your home, for your children, making sure that this is what is going to be eaten by my family and ingested by my family. You can make this change. I make sure that my son takes a Yakult before he leaves for school. It's a small modification I have made. Not because I endorse the product, because I can actually see the difference it's made. We are constantly on the run, all my photographer friends. I don't know what time you guys must be eating, because I see you at an event in the morning, I'll see you in the night, in the same clothes. I don't even think you guys eat on time. And all of us have very erratic lifestyles. But making sure that you have better gut health improves your immunity, which means that you don't fall sick that often. It means that your body will be better equipped to be able to absorb the nutrients it gives it. So that's what Yakult does. So the importance of a product like that cannot be undermined with just me coming here and saying, oh, I'm very happy to be introducing the new variant Yakult Light. I just feel it just takes away from the whole essence of how important it is to understand the benefits of this beautiful product, and it's there for us. So please try and include it in your lifestyle. And I'm not saying this as a brand endorser, but I'm saying it as someone who has seen what a big difference it's made to my family's health, to my health, and to a lot of people who have been having it for a long time. So, I mean, in the olden days, we'd say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now I would want to say, you know, a Yakult a day gives you better health. So please make complete use of it, and I'm so happy and so proud to be associated with a product where I don't need to lie. I normally don't do any of those products anyway, but I am a little particular, because if I can give it to my family proudly without any fear, that is the product that I'll always be associated with. This is one of those products I feel very happy to be associated with, and thank you so much for having me on board. And as the byline says, love your intestine and trust your gut feeling. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shilpa ma'am. I'm sure by now all of us have got a detailed information on what probiotics are and how Yakult has been addressing the intestinal health of millions of consumers worldwide. Finally, friends, something that you've been waiting for, that is the Q&A session. We now open the house for a Q&A session. We would be really happy to take up your questions, but one by one. Please note, post the Q&A session, we'll be having lunch as well, so I would request you all to please follow us post the Q&A session. Thank you. Indeed, Shilpa ji actually believes in saying that, you know, you should love your intestine, so why not? Practice what you preach. That's what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Shilpa ma'am, I must say, a true example of not just taking care of the family, but also of our consumers and of your fans. So my friends, let's start the Q&A now. Would request the journalists, the media fraternity, to please go ahead and start with your questions. Can we have the mic there? We've got a gentleman with a question there. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon to all. I'm Sohail. शिल्पा जी, जैसे हम जानते हैं याकुल्ट इज डेफिनेटली अ ग्रेट प्रोडक्ट, बट देयर इज अ बिलीफ काइंड ऑफ थिंग कि ये पैसों वाले का है एक्चुअली. आई मीन द कॉस्ट वाइज इफ यू गो टू सी आई, एंड वी नॉर्मली फाइंड इट एट मोस्ट ऑफ द 5-star होटल्स व्हेन वी द ब्रेकफास्ट इज सर्व्ड. व्हाई नॉट अदर प्लेसेस आल्सो, लाइक यू नो, मे बी इफ यू हैव अ ए ग्रेड काइंड ऑफ अ रेस्टोरेंट ओवर देयर.
सबसे पहले तो मैं झूठ नहीं बोल रही हूँ, 80 रुपीज का 5 मिलता है.
I'm talking about a normal, a middle class or a lower middle class person actually, because.
So how much? Do the math ना.
और रोज की
अगर 80 रुपीज
every day का कैलकुलेशन करे.
तुम लोग एरेटेड ड्रिंक्स पी लेते हो जो ज्यादा पैसे आते हैं. हाँ, ये इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है.
But there's not.
अरे
I agree
हो
with
रही है,
that.
मुझे एक खरीद लेते हैं. ये क्या बात हुई?
I agree, but then there's
Agree.
awareness नहीं है.
मारो इसको, मारो.
अरे
याकुल्ट के साथ मारूंगी
मैं अपनी तरफ से नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, एक थिंकिंग है इस तरह की
तो
लोगों में.
थिंकिंग को तो बदलना चाहती हूँ मैं.
That's what.
बहुत मुश्किल काम है मेरा. इस काम में आप लोगों को मेरा हाथ बटाना चाहिए. Change the thinking. That is the most important thing. You have to give importance to your health. the problem with most of us is that I think we allow our health to deteriorate, and we are willing to spend more money on making it better, going to a doctor, and most of the times I think it's psychosomatic. कि डॉक्टर ने बोला कि ये ले लो तो वी फील हाँ तो फिर मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगा, बट मैं बोल रही हूँ यार डॉक्टर के पास जाने की जरूरत नहीं, उसी से मतलब उससे पहले ही आप यू स्टार्ट टेकिंग केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ ना. व्हाई रीच दैट पॉइंट ऑफ, समटाइम्स इट्स पॉइंट ऑफ नो रिटर्न ऑल्सो, यू नो. सो जैसे आपने कहा, बहुत सही कहा आपने, थिंकिंग को बदलना बहुत जरूरी. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इफ यू हैव गॉट एक्स अमाउंट दैट यू हैव केप्ट असाइड, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अ मिडिल क्लास फैमिली, कीप दिस मच मनी असाइड फॉर a Yakult. Chalo, you can't afford it every day. I'm saying, have it 3 times a week. How difficult is that? I don't think anything in life is difficult. It's just a question of mindset. And you have to change your mindset if you want better health.
Yeah, I just need to ask you for this 5-star hotel, normally we get it like, we see it. So no, why it's not available?
It's available everywhere now.
I mean, to other restaurants, or maybe a grade restaurant, do you feel like...
it's available even at my Kirana's dukan.
Hi, डॉक्टर मैं ये पूछना चाह रही हूँ आपसे कि कितना लेना चाहिए और किस इंटरवल पर, जैसे कोई अगर लेता है तो ड्यूरेशन क्या होना चाहिए, कब कब लेना चाहिए, मतलब कि नेचुरली ऐसे जब इंसान ठीक भी हो.
हाँ, बेसिकली हम लोग रिकमेंड करते हैं कि 1 to 2 bottles पर डे, कभी भी ले सकते हैं दिन में, बट मोस्ट पीपल हैव मेड इट अ पार्ट ऑफ देयर ब्रेकफास्ट डाइट so that they don't forget to have Yakult. Because Yakult का daily consumption, regular consumption important है. ये जो बैक्टीरिया हैं ये आपके स्टूल से पास आउट हो जाते हैं, तो इसको रेगुलरली कंज्यूम करके इसका हेल्थ बेनिफिट आपको मिलेगा. बट हम रिकमेंड करते हैं 1 bottle is sufficient. Sometimes people are having even 2 on a regular basis. So it's about how much, it's just about improving your gut health and keeping your immunity strong. So you can have it and then you can stop it, you can have it again, you can stop it. It's no such thing. It's if you want that benefit of improved digestion, better absorption of nutrients, better immunity, you continue to have it. So most of probiotics become a part of your daily diet. जैसे हम दही लेते हैं, लस्सी लेते हैं, उसी तरीके से प्रोबायोटिक को भी एक अपना डाइट का हिस्सा बनाना ज़रूरी हो जाता है.
शिल्पा जी, आप कब से ले रही हैं और आप कितना लेती हैं, मतलब किस तरह से आपका वो है?
मैं बहुत पहले से, मैं तो, मुझे तो कीड़ा है ना. मैं I read a lot about health and all the new things that have come out, and gut health has definitely become a huge focal point for people who are in the health industry. पहले नहीं था, इतनी awareness भी नहीं थी, और I think in the last 4-5 years I've also come to understand, believe, read that gut health is and should be given a lot of importance. So I started having a lot of prebiotics, probiotics, and Yakult. When I would travel to London or Dubai, I would get them. But now even in India, it's available everywhere. So the only thing is that preferably you should have it cold, because otherwise if you keep it in a hot place, the bacteria in it dies, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And also the difference, लोग सोचते हैं कि इसमें और लस्सी में और इसमें और दही में कोई फ़र्क नहीं है. बहुत फ़र्क है. It's a different strain, one. Secondly, when you have something like yogurt या दही जिसे हम कहते हैं, the probiotic, the bacteria doesn't stay alive by the time it reaches your intestine. It dies midway. You understand? This one reaches alive up to your intestine. And there's no, जैसे आपने पूछा कि ज़्यादा पीने से कुछ होगा, नहीं. It just gets out of your body in the most natural form if there is anything excess, and it cannot harm you. The good thing about the light version is that it's made with stevia, which is a leaf extract. So even if you're diabetic, which I'm going to give now to my mother-in-law and my mom who are diabetic, but if you're highly diabetic, please take an opinion from your doctor. Okay? अबे ये पाजी ये मेडिसिन नहीं है।
नहीं, दिन में कितनी बार लेनी चाहिए, कितने महीने कंटिन्यूस करना चाहिए नॉर्मल आदमी को?
ऐसा कोई डोज नहीं है। 6.5 बिलियन बैक्टीरिया इस बॉटल में, दैट्स सफिशिएंट फॉर यू, सो यू कैन टेक 1 बॉटल अ डे एंड यू विल बी हेल्दी। बट इट्स नॉट अ मेडिसिन, तो डोज की बात ही नहीं आती है इसमें।
एक बार ही पीना के
जी
लगातार पीनी है कि
हाँ जी
चम्मच चम्मच करके पीना के साथ
इसको
में?
बस खोल के बॉटल को गल्प करना है।
पाजी इसको रात को मत पियो, विस्की में मिला के। ये जो एक्शन किया आपने थोड़ा सा ऐसा डर लगा मुझे कभी भी उसके पहले पी सकते हो आप, पहले पी के फिर दूसरा पैक।
Can we have the next question?
इनफैक्ट याकुल लाइट भी हमने अभी लॉन्च किया है क्योंकि अभी फूड सेफ्टी स्टैंडर्ड्स अथॉरिटी ने स्टीविया का अप्रूवल दिया है। इट्स अ नेचुरल स्वीटनर, क्योंकि आपके जो डाइट प्रोडक्ट्स है उसमें आर्टिफिशियल स्वीटनर्स होते हैं, सुक्रोलोज, अस्पार्टेम, सो दोज आर नॉट रिकमेंडेड फॉर चिल्ड्रन, दे आर नॉट रिकमेंडेड फॉर प्रेग्नेंट women, but this is absolutely safe for anyone above 1 year of age, so anybody can have it. So 6.5 billion bacteria is very important. That number is very important, and therefore the product requires refrigeration. बाहर रखने से थोड़ा खट्टा हो जाता है, बैक्टीरिया का काउंट भी कम हो जाता है, तो इसलिए you need to refrigerate it. And shelf life 40 days की है इसकी, इस product की.
और कोई सवाल लग नहीं रहा है?
Any other questions?
बहुत हो गया gut health के बारे में।
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we've got someone there.
There is one question.
A gentleman there.
अभी जो सॉरी
Sir, mic, sir, mic.
ये आपका प्रोडक्ट अभी जो मार्केट में पहले से चल रहा है, तो ये इसमें डिफरेंट, दिस इज समथिंग डिफरेंट।
Which one?
अभी
No, it's a variant of the original probiotic.
Okay.
उसमें भी 6.5 बिलियन लैक्टोबैसिलस केसिया स्ट्रेन शुरोटा है, और इसमें भी 6.5 बिलियन लैक्टोबैसिलस केसिया स्ट्रेन शुरोटा है। इसमें फ़र्क इतना ही है कि इसका शुगर, हमने यो याकुल का जो शुगर है थोड़ा सा इसमें कम चीनी है, और इसमें हमने विटामिन डी और ई मिलाया हुआ है टू गिव इट एन एडेड हेल्थ बेनिफिट।
थैंक यू।
हाँ जी, ये इंटेस्टाइन के लिए बेसिक बेनिफिट याकुल्ट का या याकुल लाइट का आपके डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम को स्ट्रॉन्ग करना और आपकी इम्यूनिटी को बढ़ाना है। बेसिक बेनिफिट सेम है, सिर्फ क्योंकि कंज्यूमर्स की डिमांड थी तो हमने चीनी थोड़ा सा कम उसमें।
But we never used to emphasize much before actually ad ऐसे होता था intestine से related.
Always love your intestine because 70% of the immunity lies there. That's our tagline.
पर अब intestine में interested नहीं है। Okay.
All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a big hand to ma'am, to doctor, and to Mr. Shimada, and to Mr. Chaturvedi as well. Friends, before we conclude, I think together, including all of us, should pledge that we will love our intestine every single day. So once again, my friends, a big hand for all of us. Thank you so much for making it here. And once again, have a great, great, great good afternoon. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Once again, my friends, this is Ankita Shakre signing off. Thank you.